So, welcome back to our Sodor build on Transport Fever 2. We are still trying to figure out why the conveyor system is not working. I replaced it completely now, and I hope it works. And our next step is going back to our harbor setup. I did some more stuff behind the scenes to trying to figure out why it doesn't work, but I'm not sure yet. I replaced everything. I moved the conveyor the conveyor station here to a street connection, because I thought perhaps it's it showed connection to the other buildings, but I don't know if it only works if it has street connection, because most buildings in Transport Fever need a street connection. So I hope it works now, because it kind of makes me sad. We also replaced them with roofing, so I don't see that there's nothing moving. But it's kind of annoying, because this one works just fine. It doesn't look great, and we need to replace because we figured some more stuff out with the other one. And this area also needs a lot of work, all of this area, but it's kind of sad that this works just fine. This is the first one we built, and I was so happy, and now this one just does not want to work. And it's kind of I don't know if there's an interface where you can see an overlay for it's a cargo layer. Okay, there's a cargo layer, but it just shows me that there's no cargo going on, which does not help us. I would like to know why, because it is connected or not. Yes, it's connected to a street, to a factory, and the stuff we need, we have stored stuff, the stuff we need gets produced here and gets transported there, so it should work. There's no reason why it doesn't work. I don't know. Perhaps you need to replace this station as well. Perhaps it's something bugged out when we built them or something. But the line... Oh no, it doesn't show the line anymore. Huh. They no, connected 1, 2. They drive just fine. I'm not sure. It's it's a mod which is interesting, because it implements something which we did not have before in Transport Fever, and I quite like it, because it makes sense to have it not everywhere. You could technically build connections forever, but in this setup here, it would totally make sense to having a conveyor belt or some other local transport system, because you would not I had it before, I had a train line here, but that makes no sense to have even if you have a miniature train running this, you would not do it, because this here is way more cost efficient than running a train, because you just need a boiler. If it's still steam powered, you just need a boiler who moves the conveyor, and it's just up, or it's also up and down, so which technically this one should not be able to do up and down. It should be just one way. But I mean, they move. Is there oh, perhaps I'm stupid. Yeah, if people see this, they're probably angry because I'm stupid. They can't transport it. Damn it. They can't transport all the other products. It makes sense, it's a conveyor belt. It can just transport loose products. It can't even transport wood. And I was so happy about it. Now is the question, do I mod it or not? Because technically there's nothing hindering it. if like I mean, the animation doesn't show 2 lines, like it's just one conveyor belt, so there's not a second, there's not a return line. But I mean, you could like add 2, like one up and one down, and I mean, you would do that because it's like perhaps not the conveyor belt itself, but they have like, how are they called? Like where you have the small buckets on it. You would do like a bucket line with like a chain. So I'm not sure. So we should probably mod it. Or we should activate the mod which enables all cargo and all vehicles, but the mod also like makes a lot of problems. Another way would just be like add a truck line here and get over it. But then again, then we need a bridge or something, because we already tunneled everywhere. We go here and then they go there. Yeah, that could work, but it annoys me. So okay, let's add a street station for now. And then, if I can remember it, I should write, why is it tunneling here? Oh, it's connecting to the, damn it. So let's connect it like this, which is not bad anyway to connect it. It makes sense to connect it. Like, I don't know if it was in Transport Fever 1. There was a mod where like every factory needed like also like what's it called? Passenger transport. So like the factories for like workers and things, and we have some factories which have integrated, like this one not, but there's some modded ones which have integrated. Oh, they are all really expensive. Okay, this is nice. So cheating with like placing them everywhere doesn't make so much sense. So we have like these cool, like they're at least kind of cool. We should add one of those like later on somewhere here between the towns. So it's like a highway station, and they can have products as well, which is nice. But some of these have like integrated train stations and like vehicle stations, which I quite like, because it's one of the other things which is annoying in this game, which I don't understand why is. Why do we like? Can we, by the way, we can't remove them though. Perhaps we need another mod if we want to remove like industries. Or can we? No, can't. There's perhaps a mod for it. But we also like, I don't know if we even need to. I mean, we have a lot of industries everywhere, but like some of them are basically useless. I mean, they're close together, but like if you zoom in, there's like a lot of space. Especially if we build something like industrial centers like we want to do with the harbor, we could add some like industries somewhere here. Yeah, we could add some more here, because if you have like this big of an harbor system, you probably have more industries around it anyway. We can add a street here now. It's just once right beside it. Does not need to do much yet. Oh, I wanted it straight and I used the curve tool. I don't know if it still had it straight anyway, but this is like, it's planned, so it should be straight. To have it crooked is like really weird. Like if somebody like planned all the road setup and everything on like a big planning board. Okay, and then we curve it further ahead. Now with the saxophone solo here. Okay. It's like, it kind of works, but I still prefer like not prefer, but like I'm missing the city skyline mods basically for like moving streets and stuff. It would make stuff way easier sometimes. But this is fine. I mean, you would have like, we have like one industrial center, then we have the harbor here. We just made something with the water or something. But it's just temporary, okay. Then we have our, here we will have the train station here. We still have access to like vehicle traffic. I don't know what we do here, but we could probably add more factories to the area. And then, yeah, like I'm still not sure what we do with the assets for the harbor though, because they are all too modern. I'm not sure if it's like even making sense to building like a big harbor in 1930, but it would make sense because we had big harbors in 1930 for a lot of people working on it. So we, like, I remember that like we looked, we have this, like this should work nicely for a harbor as like a crane, but it's like always it's hard to find assets, because if you search for crane you don't find it. You find the modern cranes, and I mean, like, I'm happy about all of the mods and the assets and stuff, but like it's kinda hard to figure out what is what sometimes, because like some mod auto, like asset auto or mod autos for the assets, like sort them in like one way and the next one sorts them in another way, which is always what you have when you have like many people doing different things, but it's still hard to find out, because behind some assets they are like completely different assets, which is like with multiple buildings and like completely different styles, and like some are like logical and some doesn't make sense at all. It's all, I mean, it should be harbor or something. What is this? These are cool. Is it only an asset, or can you have them like on tracks? Because they look really cool. You should be able to. We need to look into it. Stevenson's. It's assets though. Containers. Nope. I mean, we had them somewhere, because we found them already. But it's kinda hard to find them again though. Move pieces, probably not. Like mostly it's problematic because behind some of these assets there are like a lot of assets, and behind other ones there's just one thing. These are all tanks. They're all guys. Oh, then we have like all of those. Perhaps it's behind some garage, gangway, pipes, forest storage. Power pole. I mean, it would help a lot if like the search would also include all of the options we have in it, but it's probably not possible because it looks like this is a way like the modders use it, which is not really how the developers intended to use it. I mean, in all of these error things we probably would find cranes and stuff, but it's really hard. Should probably make a list at some point. I mean, the other thing is, I don't know if there's like a pipette add-on or something where you can like click other assets and get back to the other asset, which would make it way easier. But I don't know. Like, I already have so many mods running, which makes loading like taking forever. And I'm also not... Oh, we have more... Yeah, this looks like harbor assets as well. Gangways. Cranes. There we have them. Yes. I mean, this one is too modern probably, and I think we have it in a different asset as well. But... So, okay, this one, it's transportation water. Okay. Because the other ones are... Okay, we have bollards. The buildings, I don't know if they make sense for us. Because the color scheme is kind of weird. I don't know why they're... Yeah, they're like weird. Like, the walls are fine, but I don't know what's with the roofing. It looks like something like... Yeah, something is wrong, I think, because... Should it move like this? Probably not. It's like a reflection or something. So, then let's use our cranes. We probably want one here. Oh. I don't think it moves though, so it's probably just fine if you place it. I mean, it's like, it's annoying that the standard assets are like too modern though. But we can't really change it. So where would we place them? That's the big question. When we added... Oops. If we added our harbor, we have large docks. So... Is this like one... Do we have like... That's the question as well. Do we have... Like... We have too much space. Probably we don't need... Like... 800 docks though. I don't know. So probably we do like... We do every second one. And then... this one gets bigger then though. Can we... This looks kind of fine though. I mean, would we make them longer? More docks. This looks different than on the icon. Oh, we probably would do something. Yeah, but like pathfinding in this game is not... I don't trust it enough to do like this. We have like... So let's do like this, because we don't really use like all of them anyway, probably. I mean, when a new version comes out and it has to like... We have a way to like... Oh, it looks really small, like high up. Okay, it's like pretty big space, but it's fine. So we probably just add them here for like... And then I don't know if we have like some boats we can like place permanently. Probably we have. And then we could add some smaller ones. Or we can't. Oh, it's maximum width, okay. So we can't really add anything. Can we add it in the center there? No. Okay. I mean, we could do it like... So we can set them basically like... These are like small harbors for like smaller boats, and these ones are for the like... Not harbors, it's like docks basically for like the smaller boats. Yeah, it should... Yeah. And then they can go in and out like this. And the big ones can go in these slots. Now let's get... It gets complicated if you add more. It's like break... Like leaves or something. So, do we make them longer? Probably not. It's already like I have a problem with like the perspective in this game because I'm most of the time way too much zoomed out and then it looks small, but then if I'm moving in it looks like gigantic. Oh, we have bigger main platforms though. No, but we're fine with them we have. Okay then. So we can probably add like some more decoration later on. We will use those mainly for like wheel transportation at the moment. But like when the new version comes out, we could probably like set it up so like one half goes to like our shipping lane to the left and the right path goes further up to like our right side of the map. Right side of the map, it's like depending on our orientation, but like I mean to like the mainland. And the other one goes around the island. It should work fine. If we have all the assets, but we probably can add more. I mean, it's like, if you have time, like, adding assets is not a big deal in this game, but sometimes it gets annoying when you, like, start, then it breaks, and then you need to search which mod breaks it, and then you get it. Start again. And with, like, I mean, 1,000 mods or something, it takes forever. So we can add more in this direction, but not to the sides, okay. But it's already big enough, I think. So I think we're done in like the real configurator of like the harbor, and then we need to add some cranes. The question is, where would they be placed in like 1930? Yeah, just let's place them. Oh no, let's place them. Yeah, I don't like this ladder for this crane. Okay, then let's have it like this. And another one on the other side. And the same here. I mean, technically you probably would have them in the middle, but I'm not sure how these empty areas work yet. And this one doesn't move. The other cranes move nicely, but this one's don't. And we also remove it later anyway, probably. It's like a bit early for like a harbor setup with like I like the olden times in this game a bit more, to tell the truth. Or like we play in the 30s and 40s with like, I like the design of like the trucks and the trains and stuff a bit more, but somehow like, I don't know if like not a lot of people feel the same, because the assets get like really, like there are not that many assets for like older versions of the game, and a lot more for like, not older versions, like for early dates in the game, and a lot more in like later dates. So I don't know. We should probably add some like normally we would have like fake train lines, or like having real train lines, but I mean we could add train lines on the harbor itself, because we have built anyway. We could do this, but like the base assets are in the way, so we probably add like a train line here, which is fake. Which does not work properly. Yeah, this looks horrible, but like that's how it is. Oh, can we have? Oh, we can have smaller steps. Okay. Where does this sound come from? Yeah. So we have like like this probably, which is not really like great, but it's better than nothing, having no train line going into the problem is we probably have not enough space for like, I mean we could do it here though, we could like could add a proper yard here somewhere, like yeah, it would work. The question is, do you want this? Probably not. Let's do it later. Let's start with like building our train station. Oh, we have some new stations as well. Oh, these are really nice. These are really small stations. And we have Metrolink stations, but it's too early for that. King's Cross. It's probably a gigantic train station. Yeah, 12. Yeah. No, we don't fit that here yet. We probably can use it though for later for here. It would be really nice to have like a nice station on like, because that's technically our mainland connection where like most people would come in from here like to visit our island. And if we are technically not legally connected, we would have like our customs office and stuff here. Depends how we will play it. Yeah, we still have like our, I mean they drive quite fast. Like the another thing with this game is like I'm never sure with the speed settings, because if I play normal it feels too slow, but I'm not sure if you calculate the distance in game and then like the vehicle, if it just feels slow because the perspective is like not how you drive or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm starting to like it more here, but I'm not that sure yet with like if we extend like train lines onto like the, how do you call these things? These are docks, but what are those? Like just like the base of the harbor or something like that. I mean later we would do containers and stuff there, but we don't have containers yet. I don't know, but I probably think like in 1930 we didn't have containers yet. We probably still had like tons and like boxes and stuff. So probably we built this area already, but like we probably will not decorate it now. We will decorate it later when like our like age has gone up a lot more. And I also need to remember to mod the conveyor belts, which should not be that hard to do though. I did that, like I modded stuff in like Transport Fever before, and it's like it's kind of nice. It's kind of confusing as well, because like I feel in most games modding is made hard by how you get into it. Because in the old days, like in Warcraft 3 and stuff, you had like this kind of nice editor view which was running the game as well, so you could debug pretty easy. It had other problems, but there's no real like editors anymore for anything, at least not released to like the gamers. Because like a lot of games did that in the old, like I don't know, like around 2000 and before in the 90s, they released like all their like modification and like editor stuff with the game. I think Bethesda still does it. Bethesda still releases. I think at least they did it for Skyrim still. I'm not sure if they still do it though. But Because it's not like just for like modding. You learn a lot with like using professional or like semi-professional tools. Oh, these are cool. Are they? They're train stations. Apparently. Smoke, new, old. Okay, we don't use them as train stations, but I really like them. So we should... I don't know how we set up the trains, but we should use like one of these signal, like... They can do 4 tracks maximum, yes. Ah, okay. This is too modern, but these ones are nice. I think they're like, yeah, they're German as well. The description is Spanish, but Stuttgart and Brückenstellwerke, it's German. So, not sure. We have a lot of new stations though. Narrow Gorge station for cargo. Oh, this one is nice. With warehouse. Like, I added like some. Like this one is like with number of tracks 4. Warehouse building maximum. Ah, okay, we need to define the length probably. 1850 platform texture, station surface. Yeah, we need to make it for the harbor. We probably need to make it really long, and then our setup for like our... Yeah, we should make a really big train station probably. 180 is probably too long. No, it's not. Okay, then we do it. I think I never built such a big train station, and I hope like in the next update will be where we really can use it, because at the moment it probably doesn't make sense. It's like, this is one of the other things in this game, it's really hard to like maneuver stuff at some point. It's quite cheap, by the way, because I probably have like some mod which makes some stuff cheaper. Yeah, I love it. I kinda love it. It's huge, and it makes sense to have like loading bays and stuff. We need to retexture the ground here, which should probably be concrete or something. Do we have concrete? Because I'm pretty sure they had concrete now. Okay, no, or we can do like asphalt, like, okay. This does not look like asphalt at all. This is another thing with like the textures in this game. It's like, you have so much asphalt structure, so why is it called asphalt when it looks like something else? Oh, it's asphalt-like, okay. Okay, it's not asphalt. It looks cobblestone dark used. This is not dark. Is there some setting? Because this is not dark. What's light then? Okay, it's a bit lighter, but like this icon shows it really dark, and then it's not. It's all really like, yeah, this one is nice. This is what we want. It's Ingo's. No, this one is not. We want this one. This one looks nice. That makes sense. So we probably can make it bigger. So we can... I mean, I still kind of hate the bumps in here, but like... It's really hard in the game to like... At least for me. Like some people, like... I know some people are like... better at operating the game. But... Like, I don't want to spend too much time in stuff which is like learning, because it should still be entertainment, and I still like get to figure stuff out. So it's not that problematic if we like have not everything perfect, because the other thing is, it's like in real life, if you develop products or something, it's like you sometimes spend a lot of time in like something which at the end like nobody sees because your perspective is wrong. Like nobody will look as close at stuff like you when you're building it. And you as like a professional builder or something, is like you're really annoyed. But at the end your customer doesn't care, which annoys you as well. Which is one of the things which annoy me a lot in life. It's like if people don't really like, they hire somebody or something and they don't care about the result, or like not enough in my opinion. It's, especially with contractors and things, like you see it a lot. Or like in renovations, and like some people say like, I don't care, it's fine, I like it, but I'm usually, if you like pay somebody for doing it, then it should be better than you doing it yourself. At least that's my opinion. I mean, it could also be you don't have time though, but like the older I get, the more I think about like doing everything, which is not good in of itself, but like a lot of things I think like you should just do yourself with like stuff which annoys you if you can do it. I have that with like, I have some technical issues in my USB setup with like KVM switching and like USB hubs and stuff, and like some impulse and like the power lines sometimes kick them out, and it annoys me like a lot. But I looked everywhere and I can't find basically affordable KVMs with like enough ports and monitor outs for my setup, like affordable, because I don't really want to spend like 200 or 300 euros for it. And it's also like, I'm using it like kind of professional, but like not, and like a sense how like a business is like investing into professional stuff, because it's my private equipment. It's not like somebody else pays for it. And I'm not sure, like perhaps you could do it over like tax deduction or something, but in like the past, tax deductions never worked good for me. Like tax, or like the tax department always says like, no, we don't do that. And like at least here, if we moved, then like the rules change. Like I had never problems with my office like before I moved, and then I moved, and like the rules for like home office and stuff are completely different, and it's annoying as hell. Because you kind of think like, why do you make it like, some countries make it quite easy for like for handling your taxes, and some countries make it really hard. I know why they do it, because they don't want you to do it. Because if you do it, usually you get money back, but it's quite annoying. Because in my opinion, like you should be able to solve like most of the tax, like making it, like doing your taxes, you should like be able to solve like with software. And as a policymaker, like as the state, you should have access to like all the transfer data anyway for like money laundering and stuff like that. So they have access to like all your bank transfers and stuff, and they should be able to, like if they wanted to, like deduct stuff for like, basically they know what you buy. At least like I think they know, even if like privacy law says they should not be able to, but like then they should not be able to find like black money or something, which they apparently do. Perhaps they don't, I don't know. I'm not rich enough to like hide my money. Okay, I'm not sure if we like if we made this too big. It kind of looks too big, but it's also, I also don't like I don't like how we need to redo it. I don't like how we did the, I'm not sure yet. Which one is our main line here? Oh yeah, I forgot, we don't have a main line, but we also don't need one, because our main line is this, and all of this is technically not main line anymore. So the question is, I mean, I kind of like to make it longer, but also needs to make sense probably. So so nice. We could make it like go completely up to there. How does this look? Looks fine. But does it make sense? No, it looks worse. Oh, this was not so smart. Can I? Oh, okay. Like sometimes it's really hard to like get the connections back. Okay, this looks fine. It doesn't. It's not perfect. So where do we add the? Probably here somewhere. Yeah, this should work. I mean, oh, switching is perhaps too. Oh no, this works nicely, but it's perhaps too. Yeah, it's kind of wonky somewhere. Okay, now it's. It looks fine. So let's move it out a bit. So I'm not sure yet what we do in the middle here. We could perhaps add like some other industries, or we could, I mean, another line here would not make sense. It's already too confusing to tell the truth. Because basically how it's planned is like we go in here and then in the parking spaces, and perhaps in the update we can set it up so all of these slots can be like parked and they can use all of these, at least on one side. Yes, they can use two at least, because I mean we could do like crosses and like switching crosses, but for the moment we don't, because the main line here they can park here and then they go no. Oh yes, they do. They go, yes, they go from here into the train station, and then trains coming from here can go up, but that's usually not really happening though, because this is a one-line track on the other side. Or like, this is just one track, so it's like oh, this signal is just for the train depot. Okay. Because this is like, it just gets two lines here again and then it goes to another station. So because it would make sense to have like trash deliveries up here and stuff like that for this. And then we can go like connecting for trash, also for trash deliveries to like the other towns, so they have a direct connection, but it does not really make sense to have like two bays for like trains coming from this side. I mean, they could loop. No, they can't really. I mean, they could loop. No, they can't loop in this direction. They even loop, really? If I come from here and I want to go back, I can't. What? Can I? Now I'm confused about my own system. It's kinda awesome. So when I come in from here, I go in a parking bay and then I can go around. Yeah, and I can't go back. This is kinda stupid. So we need to do another connection here, which is fine. I don't know why I forgot it though. It's kinda weird. But we should make it medium. Left. Like a Y connection. A Y connection works. No, it doesn't. Let's do left, but let's do later. Let's do it here. Then I love all the the mods for constructions because it makes it so that they're all quite. What is it doing again? Why is it lowered now? It's scrolled again. I hate it. I don't know why it does this already. Like always. It's because it's like these how you call it, I don't know, but these are they are bind like your scroll wheel, which kind of sucks because I at least for, I have it a lot where I'm going into the window and then I'm scrolling. Too much slope. How is this too much slope? Can we build it anyway? I mean, it could be too much slope and we'll get it out later. But it does not look like too much slope for me. So then we need somewhere here we need an a switch out. This should work. This still not I just realized this still gives us not the ability to loop. It just gives us something is weird. It still just gives us the ability to when we come from here, we have the ability to go back there. Which is also not great. This setting here of how I set up the lights is it gets really confusing now. To the point where the main designer of this network, which is me, just doesn't understand anymore what's happening. So when we come from here, we can go to here or to here. I mean, we should have probably set them up to loop around like this. I mean, if I come in from here and then I go through here and then now I can go out, but Now, but if I want to go in this station, I need to do another loop. Yeah. Should probably replant this station as well. Now we should make this one bigger and probably like connect it to here. So this station should go away probably. And we should add more crosses for like the ins and outs of this station. I like this song, by the way. Plays a lot though. Yeah, we should probably like, I need to replan it again, which makes me kind of like, at some point I'm going like completely nuts with it. Because so we extend this one, but then we need to reroute this one as well because it gets too tight at some point. I mean, we could make it not full length stations though. We could make them shorter. Yeah, I think we leave it for like for the next one because I'm thinking about I should mod the conveyor belts so they work with all the products, and then we need probably more assets for like this area because like I really like this new train station, but I need to think how to set it up so that we don't have like too many. Like, because also if you come from here we can't, I mean we can go in the other direction, and then perhaps if we cross it we can go back if we, yeah, if we don't loop in the station we can go back if you have crosses. Yeah, we should do that. And this is basically then a parking bay just for like, it's the main line. They come from here and then it goes back, and then you can switch to here. I mean, no, it doesn't make sense though. And we have enough space to like make like another line around here, but it doesn't make sense to. Does it though? The problem is we can't really go into here, which perhaps we can do here when we do it like, I mean we could probably change this tunnel for like going in like with a harder angle, and then they all go out like this, which we should probably do. I mean I liked it when I built this, I liked it with like this, but it was also not like, at this point I didn't plan this whole area for like the harbor, so let me think about it. We get back to it in our next episode.